Capricorn, how you doing? Okay, so let's have a look. So this is from the 14th until the end of the month, okay? 14th to the end of January. But please don't worry about timelines, because time doesn't actually physically exist when we talk about energy, okay? Just concentrate more on your story if it relates. But I have just done an update on the channel, okay? I've literally just released that about private readings, but if you would like one, it's in the description. And also songs and stuff like that, the way I normally do it, there'll probably be a song or a video that will relate, and it will also be in the description for you to take a look at. Okay, so let's have a look. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus. Now till the end of January. Capricorn. Let's have a look. Capricorn. So you've got wanting to unite with someone. Probably celebrating. Could be drinking, but it's basically more of a freeing energy, hopefully. Wanting to unite with friends, family, soulmate. See, soulmate, what people don't realise is twin flames and soulmates. What we actually all want is a relationship. Is like a normal relationship. That's what you want to manifest. Is not like any experience other than what we all kind of like want, I suppose, in life, is a relationship, you know, not the Batman and Superman effect or the Peter and Paul kind of, you know, all that sort of jazz. But that is hopefully, well, probably uniting with someone, thinking about someone, reflecting. So look, Capricorn, something all right. So you've got the Sun, brings in growth. You've got the King of Swords, and you've got the Eight of Pentacles. Could have something to do with children, or basically just growth. I'm picking up more of growth. The King of Swords. The King of Swords is an energy of wisdom. To be honest, it's just wisdom. It's structure. It can be structures of defence, but it can also just mean wise to the past. Wise. I'm more wiser than I am. It's kind of influential and wise, really, you know. But it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm going to try and get off the teaching part. So you've got opportunity. So you've got the Ace of Wands. So that's below. So somebody could be wanting to communicate. So the aces, they're all just opportunities. They're also the universe that give you that nudge in the right direction. In order to, it's kind of like a wake-up call, but it's a passionate offer. So a passionate offer could be coming in or going out, or it could just be finding passion within a belief system, but working hard at it. Some of you could be moving or have moved. Wow, so you've got the sign of Cancer. So that's the driving force. That is like a light worker. That's a guide, because that's somebody that kind of fights the light and the dark. You know, we all fight light and dark constantly. Some people live towards the dark, but you know, ascension of manifesting is so above, so below. So when you if it's to do with karmic situations, you know, it's about detachment. It's detachment from the dark in order to always ascend upwards. You know, you always have to raise your vibration in life in order to pick up on psychic connections, communication, travel, working hard, you know, universal energy of everything, literally, you know. But it can mean that you have Cancer in your chart, or you're interested in a Cancer, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I'm feeling a lot of bright energy. It's the sunshine. I'll never look your eyes, girl, what I mean. Yeah, it's the promise. Yeah, I did put that in another song. Could be your song and another video. So you've got another passionate offer. So you've got something grounded, stable. So it's below a King of Swords energy. So it's kind of saying that someone that knows how to hold themselves up, basically, that knows how to, you know, create. I mean, there are opportunities in life. Opportunities, they knock many times, yeah. But we have to notice them. We have to be self-aware to notice them. But you've got two aces, you know. So they are opportunities, because opportunities can be missed. That's why you have to have action. You have to have action. You have to have communication. Everything to do with the magician in order to manifest. See, when we do moon cycles and retrograde and all that kind of thing, okay, things are already set up as seeds of intention, like seeds of intention, okay? And then when that's planted within retrograde and all things that happen in astrology, it takes, like, I forget how long it is, a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that, a cycle, depending on what's within your chart. That's when it starts to come into fruition then. That's when what you manifested from that period of time, that's when it comes into fruition in time. That's why it's called divine time. Within divine time, you can have separation, you can have avoidance, you can have all that kind of thing. But then when opportunity starts to knock, it's when your astrology chart starts to align you more within what's within your chart. And that's when it brings in an opportunity, and it brings in the sun that grows the seed of intent that we planted back within retrograde moon cycles or anything to do with that, you know. So within that period of time, you could have been working on a new career, you could have been working on yourself more, you could have been working more on a stable offer or something that's stable, something that's committed, because you've got a lot of commitment, like things that are actually stable, committed. You know, that's what I'm picking up, because you've got the Chariot, which is stable, it's committed. It's a 7, you see. Yeah. So let's see. So the overall energy is, well, you've got Page of Swords, so, and the Two of Cups. Oh, and you've got Gemini. Take those because I see them. So let's have a look. So you've got communicating, wanting to communicate, trying to seek information. See the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is about being analytical, and you've got 0707 on the clock. But the Page of Swords talks about like thinking, feeling. It's like an information gathering process that the mind tries to create by wondering how to move forward. It can also mean spying, okay? But it's basically information that some people need to gather about themselves, pull themselves together, gather themselves. They dig for the information, and then they learn how to move forward. But when that keeps happening, sometimes that's when the devil can sometimes show up, because it becomes an obsession. You know, because you don't have the action and the parts of the manifesting part in order to put the action behind what you manifest. The seeds of intent go through the mind, but if the mind stays too static, say if you're connected to karmic situations and partnerships or narcissism, things in families, it keeps your vibration low, so it hinders the manifesting process. Okay, so you always have to remember that things come into fruition at a later date, but you always have to then take it with action that you manifest from the manifester, you know. So it could be, you could be looking into tarot. You could be, because it's fresh, it's like a fresh new idea, fresh new outlook. It's got a lot to do with soulmate energy, growth and learning. Someone could have done a hell of a lot of growth on themselves by the looks of it, because it's the mirroring effect, you see. It's the hallway of mirrors through the darkness that we find the light. You know, you have to walk towards the light. Well, you don't have to. People don't. But if you want change, you have to become the change. So you have to walk towards the light, and you have to meet people at their vibration of what they are. Because people flip out sometimes at this, right? But why would you lower your vibration or your expectations to someone else when what you would want is the best for someone else? So if they don't raise their vibration for you, you wouldn't want to meet someone at a very low vibration so you can live a life of a low vibration self together, because then you'd miss opportunities in life, and you can't have money, and you can't have the success that you would have with someone that you meet at face value of a partnership. At high vibration, two souls of a high vibration together create a stable two that release the unstable one if you're in that kind of situation. And I know a lot of people are, and that's why they watch this. So regardless of whether it's here or not, it's part of what I teach, okay? Because happiness is always a choice. So you've got Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, you've got people on the board. But it's the reflection, again, so it's choice, it's decision, there's definite love here, because you've got the Lovers in the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups, and the Chariot. But you see, like I say, some people flip out and say, oh, no, but you're condescending. You think that you've got more than anybody else. You don't, because that's arrogant. You can't be arrogant. You have to be caring and sharing and give back as a quality to people, even if you're a guide and things like that. If you are guides, you know, you have to form a quality. You can't be greedy, but you also know what you're worth. You know, because what you're worth, because the spirit also listens to if you're willing to settle. You know, if you're willing to settle to think that you're no good, then they're willing to think, well, okay, well then we won't give you more. Okay, it's pretty much process, but I'm going to do videos on separate things on that, so I don't want to go too far. But you see, vibration is what you have to keep under lock and key. If you have things like narcissism in your life, that teaches you a valuable lesson, and it pulls your vibration down and low. Okay, so it hinders your process in life altogether, because it's an energy that hinders you to move forward. It's only when you drop it, when you drop the blame game, or then you can start to manifest them, because your thoughts become clear, your mind clear, you know, everything. So you learn more about the ascension part of yourself, of seven. You see, I was going to talk about seven, what that means within astrology. You know, your different houses mean different things, because that's is that the relationship, or is that that's the manifesting part? I'm sure sevens. I can't remember. Yeah, because that's the alignment within yourself is a seven. So there's I forget what the house of it is. Is that the house of partnership, seven? I don't know. If you're an astrologer, please let me know. So you've got the Six of Cups. So you've got soulmate energy again, reflection of the past, childhood. Well, thinking about old times, reflection of something that happened in the past, like the driving force. You know, some of you could be interested in old cars. Driving, buying a new car. Well, and you've got the Four of Wands underneath that too. So that's like a happy, stable commitment with somebody, because you've got two opportunities that are stable. Well, and the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So let's have a look. Yeah, so that's purity. There, that is purity. So the Sun, the Chariot, and the Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands really for that. And then you've got the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Can you clarify the Sun, please? The Sun, because that's so above, so below. So it's manifested. It's manifested an old soulmate or a new soulmate, whichever way round you are. I can't tell you all, but that's pretty much what that's saying. Is that sorry, my phone's just gone off and I'm just trying to look. That's what that is telling me. That's manifested it. Something that from the past, right? I can't think how long ago. Is it a month or 2 months or something like that? Okay, and it manifests, and then when through the new, what is it, in Aquarius? I think something's happening in Aquarius, but that brings in to fruition that process. Okay. I think that's something to do with Gemini, Aquarius, because I've got Aquarius moon. But either way, something from the past was built up. It's manifesting into reality now, and that's why you've got opportunity that lies outside of what was manifested through that period. That's pretty much what I'm picking up. Okay. So let's see. Don't really need to clarify the Sun, because that's pretty much what that's telling me. Let's have a look at... See, I tried to keep these readings going, but they don't all need clarifying. Like the Cancer one, I tried to keep that going, but that was a pretty simple kind of reading, really. It was only because I went too far into the deck that it got awkward to tell. Let's have a look at the King of Swords. King of Swords. It could have been something that was stupid in the past, maybe. The King of Swords... King of Swords. I can't remember if that was upside down. Yeah, an ending of a burden, of being stubborn, maybe stern. You know, you have to loosen up. Even if you're the King of Swords energy, you know, I've got that in the third house, which is Mars in Gemini. I've got Moon and Mars in Gemini, and that energy to me is the King of Swords. That also plays out within your chart. King of Swords. Tell me more about the King of Swords. King of Swords, please. King of Swords. Something to do with the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands can either be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it's not. I mean, it can be, but this is more of a Sagittarian energy. But this is someone, because Sagittariuses are mutable, right? So you can relate this to a mutable sign. So you've got Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius. Is it Virgo? Can't remember the other mutable sign. Yeah, I think it's Virgo. But mutable sign generally, because what you do is that you so even if you look at it being Gemini, right? What you do is it depends on where it is in your chart. But see, because like a Gemini moon, right? Because it's this kind of like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. If you relate that to a Gemini sun sign, a Gemini moon sign does that from their head. So they're entrepreneurial, you know, because 1555 on the clock. They take all those ideas that's normally manifested from a sun sign of a Gemini, but in a moon sign of Gemini, that they can't always keep up with one project because they have so many different projects and so many different ideas that it takes so much fucking time for everything to just kind of like, well, I can do this, I can do that, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, that's kind of like a Gemini moon sign. But because both of these are mutable, this is a sign that's kind of, it's someone that has access to the past life, present, future. You know, we should always live for the present self, the present tense, the present self. Some people, because why this can happen is that they have things from their past that have kept them this way. So they can be very kind of like wise in the fact that I kind of know that was coming. You know, I could kind of sense that it was coming because I have, because I have connections with being psychic and all that kind of stuff. So some people from their past, they can also sense that comes if they're psychic. They kind of know that was going to happen or something like that. That's what I'm picking up. They kind of sensed and felt that was going to happen. And it could have led to communication breakdown. Communication breakdown it could have done. So that might be a song, Communication Breakdown by Led Zeppelin. But then you've still got the manifesting part, really. And then Sword of Truth too. Wow, you've got a fucking great reading, Capricorn. There's a lot of fucking internal work down here. That's great. Because eights talk about work on self too, and you've got the star. Jesus, you've got soulmate, twin flame energy all over the shop here. Because you've got Aquarius, which is like the fall. It takes a journey to the top of. You walk away. You wish upon a star, so within retrograde periods, you make wishes and then wishes come true and they come into fruition when you start to manifest it, when you start to become true and honest, of when you've stripped back your past karma. You strip back your past karma and you realise about honesty of vibration, because this is like to do with Adam, Eve and Lilith, right? So someone's done a hell of a lot of work on trying to strip back their past and their karma and work out their karma. Or you could just be interested in an Aquarius, literally. But that's wish fulfillment. That's wish fulfillment of hard work done. And now things are manifesting into fruition because vibrations are raised. So people are raising their own bar of where they want to be in life. They don't want to be at a low vibration anymore. That's what I'm hearing. Don't want to be at a low vibration anymore. I want something true, pure and honest in my life. And something that was wished upon in the past is now coming into fruition. So wherever you are, I don't know, but you've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer. Because it can be, because this is like a slow offer, right? So this is a cardinal sign, but any fixed sign. So this can be anybody, really. But this is either something that's really grounded and stable, committed, like the beginning of something. Well, let's start fresh. Okay, let's start fresh. Let all the chips lie as they are. You know, can't be bothered to fight anymore, so I want something that's grounded and stable. Something that starts slow, but it progresses to be faster as we work on things. You know, that's what this energy is. You know, that's what I'm picking up. Because it's because someone's dropped someone from the past or something, you know. Yeah, and they've found balance. Let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. What is the Knight of Pentacles offering? What is the Knight of Pentacles here for? The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I just picked up on, was it the Three of Swords? Someone that's been waiting. Someone that's been waiting for you, that's what I've heard. Someone that's been waiting for you. Someone that's been waiting to hear from you. Knight of Pentacles, please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is also really good. This is somebody that does things, what do you call it, that has a calling, like a mundane level. Service. Someone that does anything to do with like incorporations, CEO, or anything to do with court, or you know, service. You know what service is. People know what service is. There's service to call in a certain, and it can also be a calling. Someone that's very grounded that does a calling, pretty much like this. It's someone. Well, it is like this. You know, but it can be on a mundane level within a job too, you know. People that go to war and all that kind of stuff, you know, service. But also a service to humanity, because it's humanitarian work. So people that are guides, people that help people, generally, caring or sharing or this kind of work. But anything that's to do with service, that's stable and committed, doesn't move. It's someone that wouldn't move from you, that would be with you, all the way, because that is also a guide as well. Guide. Someone that would stay with you through thick and thin, pretty much. That would stand by your side, stand by me. That's the word I'm hearing, stand by me. And that is back again, yeah. Someone that's been waiting. Someone that's been waiting and that would wait. Let's see. I'm just trying to think what I've got. I've got Capricorn in my... I forget what's in my... It is in the description. I've got Capricorn in my... Could have something to do with... yeah, so you've got wish fulfillment again. I'm sure that was there. Vedic astrology chart. Yeah. So what does the Ace of Pentacles bring in? What's the Ace of Pentacles for? Ace of Pentacles. You have got... Okay, I'm trying not to see the bad side of it. But you've got two offers going out of different directions. You've got one going towards a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, passionately. You've got another offer that's going out towards Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Someone could be suffering from PTSD through things being too slow in their past. They've suffered from PTSD and now... somehow two people have separated from one another and they're going in their own direction, because Gemini can talk about decision and like separation too, like separation, because it's strange that you have two offers going like out. It's kind of like someone's outed. Why am I picking up that? Someone's been outed and then you've got offers that are going in two different directions. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going there. That was just the overall energy. But I picked those two up because I see them. And then I did pick up underneath that was, what was that? The Eight of Cups, walking away. So someone's walked away, someone's going in one direction and someone's going in another direction. Someone's going towards wish fulfillment and happiness in something that's stable. And somebody could be going back to somebody that they left them in this kind of state, or they're, well, it's a little bit difficult, or that they're slow moving away. They're slow at moving away. Let's have a look at the nine, because that can be, this is general, right? This is general and I don't do reversals. If this is upside down, right, this is someone that suffers from PTSD, well, this is kind of, this is service, but this is like someone that suffers from mental health issues, drinking. But that's if it's in reverse, but, you know, I don't do reversals. Let's have a look at the Nine of... Too many. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Holy fucking shit. So you've got Leo, and then you've got the Page of Cups in reverse. Something that was committed from the past. Could have Taurus in their chart. Taurus or Leo. Taurus or Leo. Yeah, and I'll just see the King of Cups as well. Someone that could have been... don't take this generally because it's just the cards that I've seen. The King of Cups can be very loving, but also very over emotional. It depends. There's 3 lots of water in the King of Cups, or 4. You know, it can be very aloof and very aloof with emotions and feelings, especially if that is PTSD and well, not PTSD. So if that's like mental health issues, you know, please take that with a pinch of salt, because I hate using that word, and I work with children that have that that horrible kind of disease, you know, and it's so please take that with a grain of salt when I say mental health issues, you know, because it's very hard on what to say. It's not a label, it's just, you know, but that's what it is, you know, that's what I'm kind of picking up. Someone that's been drinking leaves people in that state of mind. That's what I'm hearing. But that is that's overall, that is a really good reading, Capricorn, because there's definite love, soulmate, twin flame, or fly away Peter, fly away Paul, runner chaser kind of thing, but definitely someone from the past, or a straight guide. I keep hearing guide, guiding force. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, but that's a great reading for you, Capricorn. I'll hopefully get on with the rest of other people's stuff, but like I said at the beginning, please watch the channel update for readings, okay? I have plenty of free time and to do some more. I've got other people coming back to me, so if you want one, just please send me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And your song will hopefully be something that I said through the video, and it will be in the description. All right, guys, cheers, peace.